Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmidt and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching Manhunter. What do you know about this?
So this was highly recommended on Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Like very highly recommended. So that's why we're watching it. And so I think it's set prior to Silence of the Lambs, but it is not like a true prequel because I don't think anybody is the same.
Yeah, so we know that this is, I don't know if this is about Hannibal Lecter or if he's just in it again, you know, like in a small role or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Same universe-ish.
Same character.
Same character.
Not same anything else.
Yeah.
But regardless, highly recommended.
Yes.
A lot of people even, you know, said that this was their preferred, even though they really loved Silence of the Lambs. Some of them said that they also preferred this movie as well. So we really loved Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. But that was definitely a very disturbing movie.
Definitely. So I am assuming we're going to see the same in this. I think it's going to be very creepy.
Yeah. Maybe it's not as gory or something, but I think psychologically it's going to be just as devastating as Silence of the Lambs was.
Yeah, and it is very late, so I'm just anticipating some nightmares tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
It's nice and dark, it's very late. We're pretty much just gonna watch this and go to bed and probably have terrible dreams. But no, we're really excited to watch this.
Yeah.
So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to follow us on Twitch or Instagram or Twitter, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the movie. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
Is this a crime about to happen or one that already happened?
I don't know. I'm getting that like Michael Myers vibe, how he like walked through the house, you know, in the beginning.
Yeah, this is creepy. I don't assume that ended well for her.
Did you ever think about giving me a call? No. I quit, remember?
Retired cop or something?
Sounds like it.
This guy's on a lunar cycle. I have 3 weeks and a few days until the next full moon.
He's killing according to the moon?
Wasn't the type of photo I was anticipating.
No, I thought it was going to be like a graphic crime scene.
Yeah.
Was that the lady that had the light shown on her in the beginning?
Yeah, it definitely could be. I think it was her.
I'll think about it.
I mean, he's got his own family to think about. I wonder if these are like turtles?
I think so.
So he definitely has a passion for saving life.
Interesting he's here at night.
Alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he did say that they wanted to like stay far away from it. The less people who know he's involved, the better. It's like the same shot as before.
Yeah. Nothing's moved.
Ooh. That's what I thought they were going to see on the photo when he first saw it.
Yeah.
His entry was skillful. Blood AB positive, type from saliva on glass from licking the suction cup. Why didn't he care that he left saliva on the glass?
Yeah, it seems weird to be so careful about one thing but not another.
And gunshot wound indicates she lived at least 5 minutes after she was shot.
Jeez.
Even with his throat cut, Leeds tried to fight because the intruder was moving to the children's room.
It's crazy that the husband tried to fight with a cut throat.
Who's filming this?
Blood.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of the kids?
They said 2 families, right?
I think 2 families have been killed so far, yeah.
Hello?
Mommy?
Hello, is that you?
Look, I'll call you tomorrow.
I'm sure he just wanted to hear her voice and make sure she's still alive. It's gotta be so scary when her whole world is just investigating murder.
He's clearly good.
Yeah. Did he have an epiphany?
What are you dreaming?
You touched her with your bare hands, and then you put your gloves back on. Did you open all their eyes so that they could see you?
He's like getting into the mind of the killer, but that's scary to do.
Dust Mrs. Leeds' finger and toenails and the corneas of all their eyes. I think he took off his gloves, Jack.
Wow.
This is what the subject's teeth look like. As you can see, he has pegged lateral incisors. That's these teeth here.
So he's biting them?
Yeah. I mean, he's clearly doing stuff to the bodies after death.
Mm-hmm.
Just to what extent?
Commissioner was saying that you're the one who got Dr. Lector 3 years ago.
I understand he cut you pretty good.
Dang, so he went toe-to-toe with Hannibal.
I got a partial print, is probably a thumb, and the fragment of a palm off the nail of Mrs. Leeds' left big toe.
Can we make an identification off of it?
Maybe, if he's ever been printed.
Man, he's real good.
I mean, he caught Hannibal, then.
He's gotta be.
Yeah.
Freddie Lowndes covered the Lecter case for the Tatler, did the paperback. So, how does this guy compare with Lecter, huh? What does he do to him?
Keep the fuck away from me.
That's one way to deal with the press.
The Tooth Fairy's gonna go on until we get smart or we get lucky. He won't stop. I think I'll go see Lecter tomorrow. Recover the mindset.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
That's the same atrocious aftershave you wore in court 3 years ago. You want to know how he's choosing them, don't you?
I know that I'm not smarter than you.
Then how did you catch me?
You're insane.
Let me have the file and I'll tell you what I think.
Such an interesting back and forth. They're both so smart.
Mm-hmm. I like the, no nonsense.
Yeah. And I like appealing to Hannibal to be like, I want to see if you're smarter than this guy.
I want your opinion.
I don't have one right now. Would you like to leave me your home phone number?
Oh my god, no. I think he got a little too shaken up with that convo.
Yeah.
That's what Hannibal does best. Oh, he's like really freaking out. Oh, this guy.
Gotcha.
Great. Was the last thing that they needed. Oh, what is he doing?
Paltrow, Christensen, and Golub law offices.
I don't
What
have
did that
the use
just
of
do?
my arms. Dial a number for me, please.
Certainly.
Last name, Graham.
Oh
The
my
man the book is supposed to
God.
be sent to. A Mr. Will Graham. I'll bet it has his home address there, too.
No way. Just like that, he knows exactly where he lives.
Oh my god. This guy is ridiculous.
Yeah. In Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal had almost like an appreciation or a respect for Clarice. This Hannibal seems like he wants revenge on Graham.
I don't know. I mean, he does seem a little mad, for sure, because he's the one that caught him, but...
Oh, God.
Mom, stewardess.
Oh.
Oops.
Takes a special type of person to be able to handle that, get inside the mind of the killer, and not go crazy.
Well, can't really say that he hasn't gone crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
I think he's trying to determine how far do you need to go for privacy.
Oh. It's a pretty good spot to be a peeping Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Used a cutting tool on the branch so that you could see.
Didn't you, you son of a bitch? You wash them all goddamn day long.
The picture's all over the front page.
When we were cleaning out Dr. Lecter's cell, he heard us coming and hid something in a book.
The hell is it?
2 pieces of a note that appears to be from that man who killed those people in Atlanta. Dear Dr. Lecter, I'm delighted that you've taken an interest in me. After I hear back from you, I might send you something wet. It has teeth marks pressed into it at the bottom.
Is that real? Or did Hannibal just make that himself?
After we've worked the note, I want to replace it in Lecter's cell. I don't want Lecter to know that we found it. He might try to warn the killer somehow.
I just don't understand how it would get in there.
Yeah, how would the Tooth Fairy even get that toilet paper note to him? I feel like Hannibal's trying to escape and go down to Florida.
1 hair, Graham. Maybe ½ an inch.
How many guys handled this without gloves?
Guard, cleanup man, Lecter.
I can fume for a print, but can't guarantee the iodine stains would fade out.
Main thing to find out is how was Lecter supposed to reply to him. It looks like Lecter went over this area with a felt tip pen.
It's crazy, all of the the little tests and things that they can analyze this with.
You're so sly. So am I.
So many intelligent egos battling each other.
This looks like the tip of a T. Here, here, and here. There's 3 T's in an R, Tatler.
We know our boy reads it.
We believe the Tooth Fairy told Lecter to reply to him through the personal ad section of the National Tatler. If we find Lecter's reply, we plan to pull it, substitute it with one of our own. The Secret Service letter drop. We plan to stake it out when he shows we'll grab it.
Oh my God.
Scale counts and core size of the hair match the blonde hair found in the Jacoby.
Wow.
The grains are commercial granulated cleanser with chlorine.
Oh, hey.
Find help in Galatians 6:11, Revelations 18:7, Luke 1:7.
Jeez. What code is this?
Yeah.
I am stunned that this is actually from the Tooth Fairy.
Right.
100 prayers could be the page number. The paired numbers could be line and letter, but what book?
And the Tooth Fairy probably named the book in the part Lecter tore out.
Right. The Tooth Fairy would have named a book he knew Lecter has access to. Have him meet me with Lecter's, pictures of Lecter's books.
Where?
Library of Congress.
They have 30 minutes.
I know. This is so stressful. Oh my God.
25 minutes. You won't make it in time.
It's your call, Will.
Oh man, I don't know what to do.
Run it.
Oh, you said it at the same time.
If Bauman still can't figure it out?
Then we'll bait him with something else in next week's Tatler. Me.
You. Me.
You're getting deeper and deeper into this.
Cindy, don't worry about me.
Well, someone's got to worry about you.
He put the shorts on Charles Leeds after he was dead. I believe he did this to make sure we wouldn't think he was gay.
Our forensic psychologists have projected that he may have had sexual relations with his mother.
They taunting him?
I think so.
How does working on this case affect your sex life?
Go fuck yourself.
Look, pal of mine, you're news. I'm in the shots with Graham. You want this to look real or not?
Make sure the theater sign across the street is just slightly out of focus.
We want to be able to read it so we can find it, but we don't want to look too obvious.
Every detail.
Yeah.
Always nice, huh? Let's have lunch. Call my service. Crawford, always a thrill.
Such a scumbag. But hey, using him might solve this thing.
Tools and firearms say the cutting tool used on the severed branch was a common bolt cutter. The mark you found on the tree, Chinese character considered a lucky sign in gambling. It means red dragon.
Red dragon.
Low season. Your firearm. Guaranteed one-shot stop.
Oof.
Let's walk the route.
This movie's just getting so fast paced. So much for staying super far away. He's now
the center.
Yeah, so deep into it. Pursues pervert. Is it go time?
I think so.
But is he dumb enough to take the bait?
Someone's coming.
I feel like this is just a normal runner.
I think that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Got a little too nervous.
What you moving in slow motion for, man? I'm being mugged.
But was somebody watching?
It was just a bunch of snipers. But someone's watching this guy. The bait works, just not on the right person.
This guy's gigantic.
Yeah, he seems pretty big.
You know who I am?
I don't want to know who you are.
Smart.
Open your eyes. And if you don't open your eyes, I'll staple your eyelids to your forehead. Well, here I am.
This guy's super creepy.
Mrs. Leeds, do you see? Yes. The next family as they will look when I go to visit them. Do you see?
Yes.
Is your nature to do one thing correctly? Tremble.
I didn't like this guy, but this is a lot.
I have seen with wonder and awe the strength of the red dragon. I was forced to lie. He will be more merciful to me than to you. I will be a testament to the truth of this.
Jesus. Is he gonna let this guy go, maybe?
You will tell the truth.
I promise.
Oh, are these teeth? Oh my god. So the teeth model that they have
aren't his teeth.
No, it's incorrect. Was that his car?
Something on fire?
Yes, something was on fire.
Did he try to say anything at all?
No, I sure didn't.
Oh, he's still alive?
Holy crap.
Listen to me. Everything is okay. I've taken care of it.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Jack?
Bastard gave me your home address.
Wow. Can't believe Hannibal. I mean, he's an absolute psychopathic murderer, but I didn't think Hannibal would send someone to do his dirty bidding. Whoa.
Ma'am, are you all right?
What?
Please, I think you should come back inside.
Thank God they got there in time.
Yeah, if it was already printed. Like,
Yeah, he already had the clue.
Yeah.
You and Mom are very well protected, you know. No one's gonna find out where you are.
His mom had this newspaper. It said you were in a special hospital.
While Lecter was attacking college girls, and he killed them. In bad ways.
He's like smart kid to be having this conversation.
I tried to build feelings in my imagination like the killer had, because that would help me find him. And that's when he attacked me. But after my body got okay, I still had his thoughts.
It's nightmare.
And the way you felt that bad.
They're the ugliest thoughts in the world.
Very deep conversation to have with your kid.
So what kind of coffee do you like?
Just like that, it's over for the kid.
You just needed to talk about it.
Yeah.
Be open with him. You talked to him like an adult.
Yeah, gave him honest answers, and all right, let's go.
Can you quit?
No. This killing, it's gotta stop. You and Kevin should go to Montana. See your dad, and I'll come up and get you afterwards.
I feel like they should still stay in a secure, guarded area until this person's caught.
Maybe they'll just secure her dad's
Yeah, secure
place.
Montana. Or the dad might have Montana secured.
Just you and me now, sport. I'm gonna find you, goddammit.
He's gonna have to push himself so far to the edge.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's gonna be able to come back.
Yeah.
Bill told me to tell you there was a variation in the gamma, but he caught it in time.
Good.
He's so big.
I know.
Wonder what his profession is. There's like beakers and stuff. Is he a scientist or?
Yeah.
Reba, I got a flyer. Maybe Mr. Donnerheim can drive you home tonight.
How did you come to Gateway?
Oh, they had to hire the handicapped to shape up their employment practices.
She blind?
At the Riker Institute for the Blind,
Yeah.
I trained in
Oh.
therapy for speech.
I was trying to figure out what her disability was.
Now touch your face. I want to know whether you're smiling or frowning.
He has an obsession of people looking at him.
Take my word for it. I'm smiling. On the way, can I take you somewhere? It would be my surprise.
I wonder how this is gonna play into his like obsession, because the fact that she's blind, maybe it doesn't really matter too much for him. That whole part of people looking at him as much as having a victim.
In about 2 hours, we're going to Cappy's tooth.
Oof. Massive teeth. I don't know if he's fascinated with her as a victim or is he's just like really interested in her.
I didn't peg her as the victim, the next victim.
No, because I think he already has his next victim picked.
In mind, yeah.
She's in the thick of it now.
Francis, that was a great dinner. Thank you. What are you watching?
Just a little homework.
Literally just studying his next victim right next to her. Oh man, lady, you have no idea what you're doing.
You're a sweet, thoughtful man, Dee.
This might make him fuck up though. He might make a mistake if he's off his game. That was one of the most disturbing sex scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Everything about this is disturbing.
Oh my god.
Reba, when can I see you again?
Yeah, we can meet at my house.
Is he just like gonna stop being a murdering psychopath now that he fell in love?
Doubt it.
We identified the tire tracks left when Lowndes was delivered back to the Tatler. Looks like our boy drives a van. When are you coming back?
When I'm done, Jack.
Gonna be real pissed that Hannibal gave his address away.
Yeah, they haven't like addressed that.
No.
Hello, Will.
I'm sick of you crazy sons of bitches, Lecter. You got something to say, say it.
Did you really feel so depressed after you shot Mr. Garrett and Jacob Hobbs to death?
Didn't you really feel so bad because killing him felt so good? And why shouldn't it feel good?
Why does it feel good, Dr. Lecter?
If one does what God does enough times, one will become as God is.
I walk up these stairs. I see you there.
Whoa.
Accepted and loved in the silver mirrors of your eyes.
Accepted and loved in the silver mirrors. But now he feels accepted and loved from a real person.
I feel like something's gonna happen with this relationship that's gonna turn.
Oh.
It is.
Like her maybe being with some other man. I don't think that's what's really happening.
Mr. Dalry.
He's gonna have to leave a clue or something here, because this was not planned.
If one does what God does, one will become as God is. If our boy imitates being wanted and desired, he believes he will become one who is wanted and desired and accepted. It's not over yet.
Oh, for Christ's sake, that's a foregone conclusion.
I gave it up. Till you showed up with pictures of 2 dead families. Don't talk to me about late, pal. I'll tell you when it's too fucking late.
He's right. I mean, you called him here.
He's just not gonna accept waiting for the next family.
Right.
He used a bolt cutter to trim away the branch. Why didn't he use the bolt cutter on the garage door? Sometime between April 14th and August 1, they changed the lock. So either he was casing far ahead, we didn't check back far enough, or...
Or what?
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
I think you got it immediately.
Doggy doesn't have a collar, but you know it's the lead's dog. And you know you need a bolt cutter and every other goddamn thing.
No, he's not behind the camera, but he's processing the film.
You've seen these films, haven't you, my man?
Got him.
There's films of the families in the document storage. Find them.
The Jacoby label will say the same thing as the Leeds label. Gateway Labs, St. Louis, Missouri. Stores send them out. Have him peel the top label back.
Is there a label underneath?
Does, doesn't it?
But can they get there in time to save this line girl?
We know he works at Gateway. We don't have his name, but we know he drives a van.
The man we're looking for is blonde, Caucasian, 20 to 40 years old, over 6 feet tall.
Oh my God,
No,
so slow.
black hair. Dillon, D-I-L-L-O-N, first name Lincoln.
No. Next.
Nope. Yeah.
6'7", 217 pounds. Eyes brown,
6'7"?
hair blonde.
This is our man.
Let's go.
Send everyone.
And he brought her back to his house,
Yeah.
so...
But they're gonna get there a few minutes before the cavalry arrives. That was fast.
At least they're showing up with some
Other
backup,
officers,
yeah.
yeah.
Go on to the house.
But Lieutenant Fisk said we...
Go on to the house.
Shut the alarms off. Yeah. Oh, those are the major bullets.
The SWAT team's gonna take him down, not us.
Nah.
Nah, he's going in. And they're flying down.
This ought to be it right here.
Kill your lights.
What the fuck? Did they just get knocked out? Guess that's what happens when you kill your lights.
He's in there, Jack. And he's got somebody in there with him.
Will, what did you say?
No communication.
Yeah. The backup's not there yet.
He's got somebody in the house with him, Jack.
Oh my God.
What the f... Is he really just about to jump through this glass? What the What plan was that? Oh my god. Oh man, did he get hit too? I mean, he got shot as well. He's walking around like he didn't even get hit. Alright.
There's the backup.
I mean, I don't know why he didn't shoot from outside. Jumping through the window was an aggressive plan.
Thank goodness she's blind.
Seriously, she isn't going to see all these dead bodies.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to his friend outside in the woods, though. I mean, his friend definitely got shot. I feel like he should be in the hospital right now.
I mean, did he or did he just go down?
I'm pretty sure he got shot.
Dad! Hey! See the turtles?
All right, that was Manhunter. What'd you think?
I loved that.
Yeah.
I think it was so creepy. It was well written. It had like a lot of the same vibes as Silence of the Lambs, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
So this was just as good. I feel like all of the characters were really great. We didn't really get to see a whole lot of Hannibal.
No, less Hannibal than I thought.
Yeah, and I mean, we didn't really get to see a whole lot of Hannibal in the first one either.
No, actually, the comments that surprised me the most were that Anthony Hopkins was only in Silence of the Lambs for like 16 minutes.
Right.
And it's like a 2.5 hour long movie.
Yeah, exactly. So he just makes such a huge impact though, because those parts were like definitely like the kind of creepiest.
Yeah. I feel like there was a difference for me a little bit like that Anthony Hopkins Hannibal. I feel like going into this, I thought he would have a little bit more, I guess, respect for Will Graham, just because Anthony Hopkins seemed to have so much respect for Clarice and how well she was going to put things together. This kind of gave me a little vibe that he was almost like, not bitter, but I can't think of a better word, against Will for obviously capturing him. That was just a shocking thing where that he kind of gave up the address
for his family.
And yeah, for his family, it was just like, go kill them all.
Yeah, I think that was the major difference though, was you're dealing with Clarice, who he could respect as someone looking for a serial killer, but not a serial killer that was him.
Right, yeah. I think that's the main difference.
Yeah. But I mean, you think that it's too late. He's already caught. It seems like he should, I guess, kind of be past that and at the point where, he knows that he is no longer really tracking down serial killers besides being brought onto this case.
Right.
Like, that was part of it. So, yeah, it was interesting.
It was an interesting difference. I just had a different, I guess, preconceived notion of Hannibal based off of seeing Silence of the Lambs. But they're not necessarily related movies.
Right.
I mean, but Brian Cox did a fantastic job as this Hannibal.
Yeah.
Like you said, those scenes, even though he was barely in this, they were very good, very intelligent, back and forth, kind of like, oh man, like just the scene of him figuring out the address. You can kind of see what he was doing as he pieced it together and how quickly he just achieved his goal.
Right.
And it was like, this is terrifying for a killer to have this level of knowledge. So fantastic scenes for sure.
Absolutely. And Will was such a good character. Like, he had obviously a lot of kind of demons from his past work.
Yeah.
And everything, but kind of watching him put everything together, he was brilliant. And we already know that Hannibal is brilliant. So just to kind of see all of that and all of the people with Jack and all of the people that were putting together all of the pieces once they received that letter on the toilet paper.
Yeah, that was the most intense scene.
Yeah, that was crazy to just kind of watch them all put it together. They're working against the clock. And then we had that writer guy for the newspaper. I hated him. I think you were meant to hate him.
Yeah, you were meant to hate him, but that was... I don't even want to know what the hell happened to him once he started biting into him and setting him on fire. And the fact that he was still alive, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they said that he never regained consciousness, so I don't know if he eventually died, but I think he was alive
to get to the hospital still.
Yeah, so it was pretty gruesome. I feel like Silence of the Lambs was more so.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs had a lot more gore in it. This, played with the aftermath of the scenes. But I think the most horrific thing in this one was what Will had to do. Us watching him get into the mind of a killer. And that was obviously what, was his, like you said, his demons in the past of getting too far into the mind of the killer and having to do that again in order to capture this one. And there was definitely a lot of moments where, it really seemed like he was pushing it very close to the edge. Even that one of his friends was like, you gotta stop, like you gotta back off, like this is not gonna be good for you.
No. And it seemed like he came out of this all right.
Yeah, it seemed like he handled this one a lot better.
Yeah, I don't know, I really liked it though. I think
it was super interesting to watch that aspect and that development of his character.
Yeah, and I think I really enjoy Hannibal, like the way that his mind works and the character and like how he just interacts with people, like everybody, how he interacts with everyone, even the guy that brought in the phone and how he kind of took that apart and got the address and stuff. I think I would I would like to watch more
Hannibal.
Yeah,
that's exactly the same kind of thing that we got. I mean, it's crazy to talk about because cannibal murderer, but the way of just how intelligent he is, it's just it makes for a fascinating story to follow along with his character.
Yeah.
And we got so little, yet it was so impactful in Silence of the Lambs, and it was super impactful, yet so little here. But just the interactions that he has with other characters are so fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
Deeply troubling, but they're just fascinating to watch how a mind of a psychopath works.
Yeah, and especially when he's dealing with other like brilliant minds, like Clarice and like Will.
Right. Other people are just like so like level of intelligence is so below that it's almost like he's like toying with other people.
Right.
But when he was interacting with Will, it's just the conversation is just like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, the back and forth was so cut and dry, clear. This is what we're doing. I will give you this, but this is what I need. Well, this is what I need in return. Like, it was just very, like, concise.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it's so bad to say that I enjoyed it, but, like, I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, you know that I love, like...
murder.
Yeah, like watching murder mysteries and documentaries.
It's all the rage now. I mean, every like murder documentary that comes on Netflix is like instantly trending #1.
Yeah.
It's just there's something. I mean, there's a reason people watch horror movies.
Right.
It's that like excitement of being scared type of thing. And this is like, it's so difficult to understand what the hell is even going on in these people's minds that would drive them to kill. And at least these are fictitious movies.
Right.
So you can kind of watch it and get, a fake sense of kind of what happens in people's minds. And it's still super terrifying.
Yeah, it's disturbing, but you know that it's fiction.
Yeah, this is fiction. But I mean, still, even the stuff that is true, it's interesting to see how it plays out. Well, the back and forth between, the killer and the people that are hunting the killer down.
Right.
And this movie, Silence of the Lambs was great for a lot of reasons. And this one, I feel like it was very heavy on trying to solve the crime. There was a lot of, I feel like, other stuff going on in Silence of the Lambs. This was very, very focused on solving this one specific issue.
Right, and that's probably why we didn't see a lot of Hannibal in this movie, is he did what he needed to, and...
Yeah, just a few little breadcrumbs, but the majority of this story was about Will and getting the mind of a killer and really, figuring things out. And you were super close when in the very beginning, when we were seeing the footage, you were like, who's filming this?
Because originally I thought it was the husbands.
Right, but
were filming their wives, but then I realized that the husband was in the film.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, who is filming this? And they were aware they were being filmed. They were waving at the camera.
Right.
And So still didn't totally answer who was filming, but
I'm sure it was like one of the kids or something like that. But then, you know, you look into it, it's like, well, they found no connection. So if they would have hired some sort of, you know, videographer or something, I'm sure they would have found that connection. But still, your mind was focused on the film, and that's what was the main clue, was that this individual worked at a film processing and was watching all of these tapes of these people and developing this like lust for them over time, which is actually kind of the same thing of Buffalo Bill. That was kind of the main thing that he was. I remember Hannibal talking about like coveting. That was the big thing about, like, so he must have, you know, been watching and observing these people to covet them to a certain point. So actually there's a little similarity between the Tooth Fairy and Buffalo Bill in terms of watching, observing and coveting their victims.
Right.
That was impressive by you to at least get somewhat close to the whole film aspect of the main clue.
It's my years of watching this stuff.
Of watching murder documentaries.
I swear, like, I'm watching this stuff since I could remember, and that's why I recognized William Peterson. I watched CSI. I mean, since I was
young,
maybe too young to be watching CSI.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you could kill me and get away with it, but. These movies are super interesting because you have a little dose of horror. You have the suspense of trying to solve the crime and stuff. So there's so much, and there was still sometimes that felt so fast paced and just like you were really stressing out for a lot of this movie.
And I think we were stressing when they were stressing, like when they had that 35 minutes or whatever it was to get the break the code on the article and the ad that was going to go out. What can they replace it with? All of that. It was filmed very well to stress us out as they're kind of stressing out. And then other times it was almost too much. Like when we're dealing with Will and we're watching Will as he's just like kind of gathering his thoughts and he's processing everything, and, you know, he's speaking to the killer.
Right.
It was like, you know, those shots that are zooming in like super slowly. We may not even have any type of music or anything in the background, just silence and just him speaking. So you just really had that contrast throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, no, it was excellently shot, and you know, the dialogue was amazing, the story was amazing. Had an interesting resolution. I mean, that was a very interesting plan by Will to just...
I mean, not really a plan.
I mean, that maybe he didn't have a good shot from the outside, but that was still a very climactic scene of him literally just like charging at the window, and the Tooth Fairy character is like, are you like... pretty much just like, are you seriously jumping through this window at me right now? And then just caught him like in midair, cut his face, and then threw him to a fridge. And it was like... And
I mean, I think though... that, I mean, he may have saved his coworker, the Tooth Fairy's coworker.
Yeah, no, I think Will's aggressiveness in that, I mean, they definitely did not have time to spare.
Right.
You're exactly right. His aggressiveness in that at least save the Tooth Fairy's coworker. I mean, I was kind of back and forth. I was like, is he going to be able to actually kill her? Because, I mean, that was everything he was striving for. He was striving... if he could force enough people to lust after him, eventually it might become real.
Right.
And then it finally did. And his own dreams or his own mind fucked it up for himself.
Yeah.
Because he envisioned her lusting after someone else when she wasn't.
No.
And then that's what made him fuck up.
Right.
If that would have continued, maybe he eventually would have killed her or something. I mean, probably. I don't think he would have let her just leave or anything.
No, I don't think he would have let her leave, but I don't know if he was going to kill her in the moment. You know, he had her up, he had the mirror, and it was like, it was hard to tell exactly what he was going to do.
Yeah, and then he looked up and saw Will just charging out the window like some badass.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he survived, Jack survived. They blew that guy to hell.
Yeah.
6'7". I mean, that guy looked huge, but 6'7" is gigantic.
It was actually kind of funny because his coworker was also very tall. When he was next to her, it didn't seem like he was very big.
No.
Like when they were on the dock together and
Yeah.
the sun was setting, so it was mostly just their shadows. I was like, oh, he doesn't look that big.
Maybe she's got to be super tall too.
Yeah.
I know her from Actually, both Brian Cox and I'm blanking on her name right now, but they're in the Bourne movie series.
Okay.
Which, have you seen any of the Bourne movies? Jason Bourne?
I feel like maybe you've shown me one.
Man, if I haven't, then all right. I'm excited to show you those because those are some of my favorite movies.
That's
Matt Damon.
Yes. Okay.
Matt Damon. But yeah, so I know that both of them were in that series, so I recognized them.
Yeah.
So there was, I guess there was a lot. I didn't recognize the main character, but you definitely did right away.
Yeah, it was once they started to really get close up in his face, I could see it. Because obviously he's much older was much older in CSI. He was like just like white beard, like white hair.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. At least in the later seasons. I mean, I think that show was on for like ever. So.
Yeah.
But I love this, and I think the other recommendations for like the Hannibal might have been a movie called Red Dragon.
Yeah, that's when they said the Red Dragon thing. I was like, Red Dragon.
But I don't remember if that was another movie or if maybe it was a book recommendation.
No, I think that's a prequel to. It came after Silence of the Lambs, but I think it's a prequel to Silence of the Lambs. And then I know that there is another Hannibal movie.
I mean, I definitely would like to watch more, regardless if we put them on the channel or not.
Yeah.
I would like to see more.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I love just kind of trying to solve it along as we go.
Yeah.
I feel like we did better with Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
This one
was a little harder.
This one was harder to figure out some clues. But I mean, like I said, you picked up on some key things early on. Even if we didn't get it fully correct, it's still super fun to kind of play along with the movie and see like, can we figure things out as they're figuring things out?
Right.
So, but no, really enjoyed this movie. Really want to thank everyone for all of the recommendations. We definitely want to watch more stuff in the kind of Hannibal universe. If you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all of those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.